No, that's not a log. That is an alligator. Another one is coming. Today we're at the Everglades in search of a dangerous predator. To do that we have to check the water. The sun is coming out and making it warmer. Look! That's my first wild alligator. I see movements from underwater. Plenty of life here. More alligators are appearing. Lizards are appearing as well. A bone. That one is big. We can see its back too. Oh, that big alligator is trying to shoo the alligator away. Yet it wanted no trouble with the dominant one. I went on a platform that allowed me to view this alligator up close. Look at that. I noticed that it had a badly damaged tail. I found something that was eaten. Then I realized that it was a sailfin catfish, which is invasive in Florida. I can't help but admire it. I'm looking right at the alligator's eye. And it's lurking a little above the surface, knowing that its head looks like a log. The breathing nostrils are on the end of the head and the eyes are on top of the head, so right now it's breathing and watching me clearly. Alligators will float around and often remain motionless. They may observe their environment and stay undetected from many animals. Even during swimming they would have their head above the surface to see better and lurk on prey. They eat a lot of animals like catfish, big fish, big frogs, snakes, venomous snakes, raccoons, opossums, big birds, turtles, snapping turtles, deer, armadillo, coyotes, hogs, baby alligators, baby crocodiles, and smaller alligators. They would roll violently to rip off pieces from their prey. Alligators, especially the males, will assert their dominance and may fight each other. Most of the time they would choose to respect each other by giving them their space. How do alligators swim? It's not like what you might think. With a side-to-side locomotion, their powerful tail gracefully propels the entire alligator forward. They put their legs close to their sides and let their tail do all the swimming. While they usually swim slowly, they are capable of being fast in the water. Water is heavier than air. It is easier to move in the air than in the water. They can swim up to 20 miles per hour. Whoa. Their astonishing speed allows them to chase down and capture fast prey like fish and cooters. Honestly, you who are watching can swim like 3 or 2 miles per hour. 1 mile per hour perhaps, but that's normal for humans. We aren't designed to swim super fast. We can still swim fast and move around, but we're no match for these apex predators. They have something called a nictitating membrane that protects their eyes and allows them to see clearly underwater. With around 2,000 to 3,000 pounds per square inch, alligators can crush turtle shells and bones. With a bite force so strong, it can shatter pretty much anything in the animal kingdom. They're also fast on land. How many miles per hour? Around 30 miles per hour. Astonishing. They usually run around 10 miles per hour, but can go to 35 miles per hour. They would have to push their legs and powerful tail to increase speed. However, they don't have high running endurance. They would run and get exhausted. They would need to rest right after high-intensity activities such as running so fast. It's nap time for alligators. They can sleep more than half the day. Alligators can be found with each other All crocodilians are dependent on the sun to warm them up. If they are cold, they cannot warm themselves up. They will need to bask in the sunlight. Lizards can warm up in the sun quickly, but because of the bigger size, it takes longer for alligators to fully warm up their entire body. Basking in the sun allows them to increase their body temperature to the right temperature. They don't want to have a low body temperature, nor a high body temperature. Can't get too hot, can't get too cold. Did you know that they don't actually sleep like how we sleep? Half of their brain would be asleep while the other half would be awake. This is a unique sleep pattern known as hemispheric sleep. This type of sleep pattern will prevent them from becoming fully unconscious. It also reduces their vulnerability, but they're still vulnerable when they're exposed and half alert. Despite what some people think, they're animals, not monsters. They're trying to survive just like any animals. As one of the top predators in North America, they have little to fear. Yet there are a lot of dangers around them, especially things they don't understand, like boats. Naturally, they fear humans. Believe it or not, they fear humans and would not want to attack us. Alligators don't naturally hunt humans, but they are opportunistic predators. If you were splashing in the water, they would be attracted to that and may attack humans, but guess what? Alligator attacks on humans are rare. Yet truth is rare. Most of the attacks were due to people disturbing or feeding them. What feeding? You would think it helps them. Most of the time when someone feeds an alligator, it will lose that natural fear and realize, you're not scary. You gave me food. Hey, you're not dangerous. This is habituation when alligators learn to associate humans with food, and it will go out of their way to approach humans. You feed an alligator and that alligator will be euthanized. It would hurt other people. And you make people fear alligators more negatively, but it's best not to feed wildlife. They are great at getting food on their own. Alligators will try their best to avoid humans. They are more likely to flee than attack people. We appear very tall when compared to other animals. As tall as we can be, they get much bigger than us. On average, male alligators can grow their size to 15 feet, 10 to 15 feet. Wow. Gigantic. Really big. 15 feet. Woo. The tallest human isn't even that big. You know, alligators can be massive. The female alligators are smaller than the males, but can still grow to 10 feet on average. Gravid females will build nests on the bank of a water source. Interestingly, they will clear the area out before building their nests and gather plants and mud for the nest. After laying eggs, the mother will need to protect and keep it safe from predators like snakes or big lizards. There are some invasive animals here that eat eggs, and will eat alligator eggs. Mothers will need to guard until they hatch, then the mother will need to bring them in her mouth to continue protecting her babies. The babies will be safe and can crawl on their mother's back. It's how she can carry many hatchlings at once. Many animals would want to eat an alligator hatchling, but it's still a predator that would eat small fish, snails, tadpoles, small frogs, crayfish, and rarely a baby alligator. Another one is coming. It's getting pretty close. I'm signing. Slower. Look. Alligators can be very curious animals. They would check things out. Sometimes they might think if something is food. Am I a prey? Do I look good? I can't be too careful. I need to step away and give them space. If they get closer, move away and you would be fine. And the water, now I can see through the water clearly around here. The bank is slopes deeply down, meaning the alligator will have a hard time getting over that, so I'm a little more safer. Oh, it went underwater. Once it goes under, most of the time you don't know where they went. They're great at disappearing into the water. One of my dreams since I was a kid is to swim with alligators. Don't do it, never do that. Later the alligator appeared and it got closer to the bank. It's big. Not full grown and is still growing. I would say that it's around 9 feet long. It's pretty dark colored. If an alligator lived in a swamp like this, they would change their color to a dark color, but if it lived in a clear water, they can brighten their coloration and we would see more of their colors and faded stripes. Usually most of the time they will be so dark that their eyes look almost black, that you can't even see the vertical pupils. It would look like a solid black eye. It's pretty chill. The males would bellow loudly. Their body will vibrate even without vocal cords. They produce noise by expelling air through their throat. Their bellowing can make ripples in the water. You can see the water rumbling. It's really cool. Today was my first day seeing wild alligators. I love you. They're one of my favorite animals. I'm excited. Hope you learned something new and appreciate how awesome the American alligator really is. Until next time, embrace your animal mode.